Yes, knowing what we know today, it would have been possible to prevent this long-term flooding that we have in the Missouri River bottom. But that's knowing what we know today. The Corps of Engineers could not have known that they were going to get the heavy snowfalls that would come down on the mountains that would be melting even now. Perhaps half of that snow is melted today and the balance of it has to still melt. They couldn't have known that until the snow actually arrived in late March and earlier April. Neither could they have known that there would be this huge unseasonal rain that would run off to the extent that it did and saturate the soil so that the big rain that hit Billings, as I mentioned, would run off to the extent that it did. That's unprecedented in duration. It's unprecedented in volume. This is more water than has ever come down the Missouri River in a year that we know of since we've been recording these records. I said 16.3 million acre feet of storage capacity that they have, but the projected flow out of the Missouri River for this year is 54 million acre feet, and that's more than even came down in the 1993 floods, which was a 500-year flood event, or at least described to be the same. And so, Mr. Speaker, I appreciate your attention to this matter. I appreciate the Iowa delegation for standing with me and the delegations up and down the river who have stood together. And we need to stand with the people whose property is underwater and help them get through this. They are stoic people. They're determined people. They're not going to be standing there complaining. They're going to be doing all they can to help themselves. And to honor their effort, I and others are determined to do all we can to help them.